We've got a 2010 ALDS rematch. It's the Minnesota Twins against the New York Yankees. The MLB, only on 2K Sports.
Team support, got to have that, and they've got it here with some 48,000 plus. Great to play at home. Every team loves to do it, and the Yankees have their shot at home today. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips, 2K Major League Baseball. Now the Yankees starting pitcher. So, Steve, how's he going to handle these Minnesota bats today?
Well, sending a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great lineup, a lineup that can really beat up even some of the best pitchers in the game. So he's going to have to be on top of his game in order to do it and rely upon that movement on his pitches.
Ron Gardenhire ready to go. Here's his lineup. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
One of the toughest outs in baseball is Joe Mauer. We know about the high average. He's incorporated now power into his game, and to me that makes him a double threat. You throw the ball over the plate because you know he won't swing at bad pitches. He's going to make you pay with the long ball.
Carew gets a shot here. He's leadoff man in our game here in the 2K Sports Network as we get set for baseball. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. The win yesterday for the Twins. And they had a series in control. They make it a sweep 3-for-3 against the Blue Jays in Toronto.
Well, this team is really on a roll right now. They're riding a 4-game winning streak into this one. And you've seen as often as I have, Gary, winning can be infectious.
Wanted to get him fishing, but he misses. 1-2. Absolutely all the breaks so far have gone their way.
Well, and they've taken full advantage of those breaks, and that's what great teams do. They can make it 5 today.
Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
A good pitch right at the knees there. He swung right over the top of it and just couldn't put it in play.
I will take a quick look at the Yankees and how they'll be fielding defensively. And, John, how about individual factors out there?
Well, the leader of the team, and that's Derek Jeter. You'll see him not only make the routine play, turn a double play when it needs to be turned, but he's also the guy that will go in and talk to the pitcher to settle him down to get the out that they need. Hit it to Jeter, he'll make the play.
Base is empty, 1 out. Swing and a miss, but he was right on it, 0-1. Here's a strike, lunged for that bunt and missed it. And it's fouled away. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
The 1-2 on its way. Change up, misses. 2-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball got him, 2 down.
That's how you use your fastball, using it very effectively. 2 consecutive punch-outs.
Still early on, a look at what the Yankees have coming. They finish up this Minnesota series on Thursday. Then they'll be taking on the Red Sox, led by that bat of Kevin Youkilis. A team that will definitely give them a competitive series. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After that, they'll host the Orioles for a series at home. Two outs, bases empty. Now a swing and the ball hit well into right field. It's got carry. Tell it goodbye. The first run of the ball game. You'll have to get that on the big fly ball and a 1-0 lead.
Oh, great piece of hitting right there. He turns on that one, rotates the hips, and drives the ball.
And that's going to give them the lead here, and an early lead.
I'm going to see if they can tack on a few more here in the first and put the pressure on. Minnesota the lead, playing Twins baseball right now, putting pressure on the opposing pitcher. They want to keep it on now.
Base is empty with 2 outs. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball. And we've got offense here in the first inning, just the way they wanted to start this ball game.
Now the pitching's going to have to settle down here. Now I know it's early, but you don't want this thing to spiral out of control.
Here's the pitch. Looks at a fastball in there, and it's quickly 0-2.
It's a nice location with that fastball down in the zone. If he makes contact, it's going to be a ground ball.
This one foul back. There's a swing and a line drive. And that's the 3rd out. Jeter grabs it. Well, some early production here. 1 run across in the first. The Twins on top, 1-0. Minnesota starters on the mound. Here's a look. Steve, what do you think his strategy is going to be against this Yankees lineup?
Well, we got a lefty on the mound in this one with some of the best stuff in the league, among the elite left-handers in the game. Against a lineup that can certainly put runs up on the board, but you have to believe if the lefty can get the job done, he should put some zeros up.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Here's the lineup for the Yankees. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, a lot of times you watch Derek Jeter play and you don't see that real exciting wow type player, but what he does by the end of the season, the numbers are always consistent, and what he does though better than anyone in baseball is he does the little things that help your team win. The fundamentals are key with Derek Jeter.
We'll take a moment here to show you how the Twins will stack up on defense. Any picks, John?
Well, you always look at Joe Mauer, a guy that can handle a pitching staff. He's great at calling a game. Very good throwing arm. He can shut down the running game. We know about his offense, but people overlook the fact that he's one of the better defensive catchers in baseball.
Runner on first base, nobody out. And here's the pitch. And he lays one down here. Killebrew. And his throw is in time for out number 1. And mark your calendars. This Friday, it's going to be Felix Hernandez and the Seattle Mariners. They take on the Cleveland Indians. We hope you'll be there. Things get underway at 10 Eastern.
Well, I guess, look, if you and John are going to be at that one, I want to go do that game too, because that looks like it's going to be a good one.
1 out, a runner on at second base. That curve is just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, the American League East continues to be the Achilles heel for the Minnesota Twins. Not only did the Yankees knock them out of the playoffs again, but they had a losing record against the AL East.
Fouled off. And Steve, I don't think that's surprising that the Twins would struggle against the East, because there's that difference. Just enough difference in the East and talent on those teams against the Twins.
Well, you know what it is? You got a lot of power bats in the East, and the Minnesota Twins pitchers do not get swings and misses. And when the American League East hitters touch the ball, it's special. It can go out of the ballpark.
Now the 2-1. Can't catch up with that fastball. He's evened it up 2-2. Here's one hit very well deep. 2 away. Jeter on his way to third.
Let's take a chance now to look at the Yankee season last year and how they ranked in the American League. First in runs, third in triples, and the power numbers certainly there as they were ranked third in the league in home runs, really pointing to the depth of the power in that lineup.
Gehrig at the plate. Well, the Yankees took the loss yesterday. They ended up going 2 for 3 in the series against the Tigers. And on third, 2 outs. Hit sharply down the line. And this could be extra bases heading towards the corner. And Jeter comes home.
Well, the hitter makes an adjustment going down on the pitch at the bottom of the strike zone and drives it here.
And you get a run scored if you're in that at-bat. What you want to do is make contact. He did. That pays off. Mantle is the batter. What a great job by this lineup. They have really put the production on here.
On that at-bat, he evened it up with 1 swing.
And you know, this game already shaping up as though it's going to be a seesaw battle. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Yow, a little low. Got it in the dirt, but he held on.
You know, Gary, it seems a bit early in this game to say we have a brand new ball game, but we do have a brand new ball game as they brought it back here in the first inning. They've gotten themselves back into it.
Curveball just misses, falls behind 2-0. Here it comes. That's over for a strike. 2-1.
He let that four-seam fastball go up and in the zone. It's up in his eyes. You can see it well. He just couldn't pull the trigger.
He's ready now. The 2-1. A smash to first. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So they score once on 2 hits. 1 man left. Tie ball game in New York. And the cleanup man stands in. The pitch paints the lower outside corner. Call strike 1.
Oh, that's a quality fastball right there. Just pounding the strike zone down and away. He had no chance to put that one in play.
The pitch. High-speed pitch is in there, and he falls behind 0-2.
I don't think he's going to waste any time right now. He's just going to go right at him with that 0-2 pitch.
Tries to ring him up with the fastball away, but it's 1-2. And he watches that one travel down. 2-2. Swung on and ripped towards second. And that's in plenty of time for the out.
Let's check out last year's American League rankings and see where the Minnesota Twins fell in the standings. First in triples, first in batting average with runners in scoring position. And you look at the doubles they put up, ranked 3rd overall in the league in doubles. That ability to take the extra bases and drive the ball.
Leadoff man in the box.
The Yankees fell short of repeating as World Series champions, but I don't think anybody will accuse them of resting on their laurels. They tried hard, they fought, they scratched, they did everything they could, just came up a little bit short.
Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. And Steve, they entered the postseason with some of the Yankee fans kind of mumbling about the fact they were going to be a wild card team. Oh my gosh, how can we be a wild card team? But they got to go against the Twins that they do so well against.
And the reality is they're always going to be good. They're retooling that roster, reloading, and they're going to be ready to compete, trying to get back to another World Series.
The 1-1 pitch. He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes the fastball, strike 2.
He's painting the black away with that fastball, Gary, hitting his spots and with great velocity.
1-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning.
Good velocity on that. You can get away with making some mistakes at that kind of number.
2 straight fastballs. He still couldn't catch up with it.
Well, the pitcher comes back with a fastball right after he threw one and gets the K. You know he's throwing gas out there.
Two outs and nobody on. There's a bullet towards third, and that'll put Mauer on first base.
Let's take a moment here to see the numbers that Joe Mauer put up last year. 3rd in batting average, 3rd in on-base percentage, and he also was ranked in the top 5 in doubles. That ability to hit the ball in the gap and get the extra base hit really allows you to drive in runners from first base and put yourself in scoring position.
Mauer off first base. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike one.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away so that I can't get hurt. He just runs that fastball by him.
The pitch. Missed badly with the fastball there. 1-1. And he looks at a fastball in there, and it's 1-2 now. A swing line to left center. That one gets through for a base hit. Great opportunity for Minnesota.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate. The hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
Yeah, he's better than that. Bear down.
Two down. Runners at first and second. Can't lay off the first pitch behind 0-1.
He just reared back and said, here it comes, big boy. Here comes my best fastball. He busted him inside with it.
Swung on, that is hit. And that'll put him on another hit. And he scores, and they take the lead.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
Carew gets a turn here. Offense, when you get it, well, it doesn't matter what part of the game it is. Now they've got themselves something to build on.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at bats right now and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
Two men on and 2 men out. Here's the first pitch. Strike one. Pitch on the way. Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. And it may be early going. They've got a chance to maybe put this ball game away and put a little defeatism on the other side.
Well, what I really like is their approach at the plate. They're waiting for their pitch, and when they get it, they're driving it, taking advantage of every mistake the pitcher's making.
Swing and a shot to third. And another. Wow, that hitting coach is smiling. And he scores.
Well, you see the pitch down in the zone a little bit, but he got a good piece of wood on it and drives it.
What you like about that at bat is the discipline to keep your head in.
Well, I'll tell you what, he changed locations, went down to the zone. It's a solid piece of hitting.
Two down. Runners at first and second. First pitch to him. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. And that one's put away to retire the side. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. Minnesota taking the lead here. Now we're seeing them put the heat on. Maris at the plate now. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
Here's the delivery. Hit sharply towards the hole. Throw is not in time, and that will be an infield single. The Twins' schedule, let's have a look. This New York series ending on Thursday. They head home for a few with the A's. That series bound to be competitive. That's going to get going on Friday night. Then they stay home for the next series, the Kansas City Royals. Home sweet home for a while here. They'll try to make the most of it. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. That looks like a single. Fantastic chance here.
He goes right with the pitch and slaps the ball into left field.
And if you try and pull that pitch, you're probably not even going to get the bat on it.
That's a ground ball to second base if he pulls that one.
And in the batter's box, it's Gordon. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Ball. Too far outside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And he takes a strike on that fastball. 1-1.
Now that he's established the bottom of the strike zone, it gives him so many options. He can go to the breaking ball or climb the ladder with another fastball.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball though. 2-1.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Four-seam fastball up in the zone.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. This one into the alleyway. Should be extra bases. And he scores from second base.
Now pitcher making a mistake right here, leaving it right over the heart of the plate. He squares it up, drives it. Good contact at the plate to drive in a run.
Most of those kind of pitches are going to get hit. That's an RBI knock.
Well, here it is. He cannot afford the nerves. He's going to have to get his emotions under control.
And he's trying to get out of this pitching jam. They want to protect that one-run lead.
Well, it's not time to panic. Like you said, it's a one-run lead. They just need to keep it under control and not let it get out of hand.
First pitch way out of the zone. Ball 1. The 1-0 now. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1.
In order to throw that fastball away from the hitter, you have to get great extension out in front. Nice job of pitching.
It's fouled off. And that's another foul ball.
Well, anytime you're behind in a count, and in this case the 1-2 count, you have to maintain that focus. You have to really be
on the ground to third. Killebrew. And his throw is in time. First out of the inning. Now our State Farm sponsored look at which teams went the yard most last year. Blue Jays #1, the Red Sox second, in third the Yankees, fourth the White Sox, and we've got the Rangers. They are fifth.
We see so many games won with one swing of the bat, and this team last year was one of the best at hitting the ball out of the ballpark. You make a mistake, they will make you pay. The bottom line is, though, there's no one in this lineup that you think is going to be an easy out because they can all take you out.
Runners at second and third, only one away. First pitch to Jeter, and he lays off one low, 1-0. Batting average last year, a real good .321 against the Twins. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit. Oh, my, that almost got him. I don't know how he got out of the way. And they get the tying run home. So now the WPA graph will show us how much of a difference that run batted in means with their chances of victory.
Now the pitcher left this one over the middle part of the plate, right where the hitter can make contact. Good piece of hitting.
Boy, with the run scoring there, that's a pretty fat pitch in an RBI situation.
Keep the rally going.
And it's DiMaggio batting. Sometimes you get offense when you don't need it. This time they got it right when they needed it.
Gary, that was a great piece of hitting right there. It allowed them to pull it even here early in the game. Nice response. They better be careful, Gary, with him on second base. He can run, and he has the ability to read the pitcher and get a good jump as well.
He deals, lays off that fastball, and it's 0-2. And you get a feeling early on this ball game is up for grabs. This could be anybody's.
Well, it's certainly going to be a battle. I don't think there's any question about that. And you have to keep it close, especially with this guy on the mound. That's why this at bat is critical.
And he lays off that one outside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Won't bite at the change. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Changeup swung on and missed. That's the out. Number 2.
Let's see this one again in K-Cam. It's a changeup.
Well, you'll see this thing get tracked to the lower corner of the plate. It looked like the batter thought he had this one, but in the end, it was just too much for him to handle.
And not the way he was looking to end that at bat, John. Two men on and 2 men out. First pitch on the way. A shot up the middle. Carew throws on to first. Side is retired. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. Tie ball game in New York. Taking a look inside the splendid new facility here. It is a pretty night for baseball here in New York. A little cold out there. And here's the first one. Changeup just misses. 1-0. And he looks at a fastball in there. 1-1.
A good four-seam fastball right there. You have to know yourself. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Better off to take it.
Swing and a miss on that fastball, and it's 1-2. Spotted by Berra. Hit hard to second. Picked by Gordon. And that's in plenty of time for the out. It's going to be Oliva now. Lined out last time up. One out, bases empty. First pitch, here it comes. Pulls that one off, and it's high, ball 1.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Now the 1-0 pitch. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. You watched that fastball that was in there.
He's just popping that glove with that 4-seam fastball, pounding the strike zone.
Here's the pitch. Swings for a strike on the fastball. It'll be a 1-2 count.
The best pitch in baseball is the fastball down and away, and if you can execute it, you can be very effective. That's why he got the swing and the miss.
Fastball in there, struck him out number 2.
Couldn't make a better 2-strike pitch right there. He's working well with the catcher, hitting his spots, powering that fastball down and away.
Now the State Farm leaderboard. Look at those teams who had the highest average last year. Number 1, the Rangers. The Royals in 2nd. The Twins 3rd. The Tigers 4th. And it's the Red Sox number 5.
When you watch this team today, one of the top hitting teams in all of baseball last year, you can't get frustrated as a pitcher pitching against them because they are going to get base hits, but you're going to have to bear down, and if you're going to beat them, you better hope you're getting a lot of double play balls because there's always going to be guys on base.
No, he did not. And the check swing worked. He'll continue his at-bat. And that catches the outer half for a strike. One pitch. 1-1 pitch. Fastball. That's going to be low. 2-1.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
That's called for a strike. It'll even the count at 2-2.
Well, that's a hittable pitch right there, Gary. A fastball in the inner part of the plate, but if you're looking out over the plate, sometimes it freezes you.
Taps this one foul off to the left. Swing and a line drive. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on board.
Well, with 2 outs and no one on base, chances of scoring a run seem pretty scarce, but they get that 2-out hit. Now they have some life.
A runner on first with 2 outs. On the way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, that's a hitter's pitch right there. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. He didn't swing. Swing the bat. Come on.
Here's the pitch. A little too eager. And he's behind 0-2. Fastball swung out and missed, and the side's retired. No runs and a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. We're still tied here in New York. Gehrig has the turn in the box. He's our first batter, home half of the third inning. Here's the first pitch. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Outstanding mechanics right there. He gets all of his body into the pitch. Great velocity on it. Strike away.
The pitch. He lets that fastball go by for a called strike, 0-2. Tries to ring him up with a fastball away, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. Curveball got him, one away. And one after another just kept him guessing.
Well, great fourth pitch at bat right there to get the hitter out. And anytime you can have quick innings and lower your pitch count, you're going to stay longer in the game.
Mantle settles in. Grounded out his last time through. Nobody on base, one away. He delivers. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
That fastball just froze him on the inside corner. Now we're going to see where he goes. Look for something soft, possibly away.
Here's the delivery. 0-1 is a fastball inside. That'll even the count at 1. That big breaker gets by, and the count goes to 1-2.
Well, sometimes the pitcher's just better than the hitter, and on that particular pitch, he threw that breaking ball down the zone. He was better, so you just tip your hat to him and hope you can get him again.
And that misses the strike zone away to even things at 2. Fastball got him looking, 2 down.
You know, it took 5 pitches to get the job done, and it got done quickly.
Nah, you never go wrong with a strikeout, John.
Sometimes you're worried when you go up there, you know, you're going to have a big battle at hand, and this one here went pretty quickly.
State Farm takes a look at the lineups with a pop in their bat from last season. Number 1, the Blue Jays. The Red Sox in second. Third, the Yankees. The Twins fourth. And at number 5 on the list, the White Sox.
Well, not a lot of singles in this one, I don't think, today, Gary. I mean, these two teams love to slug it out. They love to hit doubles, triples, and especially the home run ball. So if you're a pitcher, you better be very careful, because when you make a mistake, these two teams will make you pay.
Here it comes. Hit in the air to center field. And that's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down this half inning. Tie ball game in New York. And Mauer settles in. Up in the top 5 in average last year. And here's the first one. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Gary had an outstanding year last year, no doubt about that. I mean, a guy they came to rely upon, and obviously a very disciplined hitter at the plate.
Here's a swing and a fly ball. 1 away.
Now the center fielder has to range to his left, but able to track this one down and make it look easy.
And it rolls around to the top again. Singled and scored his last time around. One out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Well, the hitter didn't like that one, but that's a strike. He hit the inside corner up in the zone. Got to swing the bat.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive. Deep left center. The catch is made.
The center fielder has a good angle to run this one down. He calls off the left fielder. Great catch.
Number 9 spot at the plate again. And an RBI single his last time to the plate. Base is empty and 2 down. Spotted by Barra. Lays off a called strike of the knees, 0-1.
So when you throw the fastball, that's where you want it to go. Now you can elevate a pitch next time around.
And it's fouled off. Tries to get him to golf at that one, but he lays off, and 1-2 count. One-two pitch coming. Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
Fastball called. Strike 3, and the side is retired. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. We're still tied here in New York. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Yogi Berra in the box. Swing, hot shot, gets down. The go-ahead runs on base. And in the batter's box, it's Gordon. Had an RBI double his last time. No one out and a runner on first. First pitch on the way. Trying to bunt his way aboard. He misses for a strike. Drops down a bunt. Killebrew. And his throw gets him. One away.
You want to get runners in scoring position, and sometimes you have to lay the ball down and get them advanced. That's what he did right there.
And if this runner scores, we'll go back and take a look at what just happened and say thank you very much.
Good team baseball right there.
Man on second, one away. He delivers. That misses inside, 1-0.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch, didn't get the strike.
Here's the 1-0. And he looks at a curveball then there, 1-1. And here's a called strike at the letters, and it's 1-2. Popped up, should be playable behind the plate. Mauer brings that one in. 2 away.
Nice play by the catcher that time. Came out of the crouch, picked up the ball, then tossed his mask and made the catch.
RBI chance, Derek Jeter. He'll like to make contact here. 322 lifetime against the Twins. Two outs and a runner on second. First pitch to Jeter. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. So they pick up a hit but leave a man at second and fail to score. Tie ball game in New York. Carew up now. He'll get us started here in the 5th. And the first pitch. Runs up to bunt, gets this one down. Bear up, and he gets in there, no problem. And so there he is at first base, and there's still nobody out.
Got to like this, trying to make something happen. You need base runners. You got to get on and let the rest of the lineup do their thing. Good bunt.
A runner on first, no outs. The pitch. He bunts the ball. That's one out. Back to first. Not in time. Wanted to, won't get it.
Well, in this situation, you have to get the bunt on the ground. You can't jab at the ball. You have to catch the ball on the bat.
Runner at first with one down. And the first pitch. Lays off that one inside, ball one.
Well, he fooled him right there with that changeup, but give the hitter credit to lay off of that pitch just inside.
Ready with a 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. Fastball called strike 2 and 1.
Good pitchers change the hitter eye level. You go down low, then you run the fastball up high. A lot of times they just look at it go by.
Here's the 2-1. 2-1 pitch, and he watches the fastball go by for strike 2. This one swung on and driven hard. 2 men have been put away, and they'll hold him at first base. State Farm leaderboard. Look at the teams with the most runs produced from last year's season. Number 1, the Yankees. The Red Sox second. The Rays third. Fourth spot, Rangers. And we've got the Twins, who are number 5.
Well, they might have to replace home plate after this game because these were two of the top teams in the league last year in runs scored. They love to cross home plate. They get guys on. They score them. And that's what makes...
He's running towards second. And he's in there at second base. The pitch. Missed with the fastball outside, and it's even at 1.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
Swinging and a miss, and it's now 1-2.
It's tough for hitters to protect both sides of the plate. You can't protect the outside and the inside, especially when you're throwing your fastball down and away.
The 1-2 pitch. Change up, tough to lay off, and it's 2-2. Spins, checks him at second, and he's back easily. And he looks at a fastball that's in there, side retired. They pick up no runs on one hit and leave a man at second. We're still tied here in New York. And it's DiMaggio batting. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. Here's the delivery. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1.
Some guys throw in, some guys pitch in. He pitched in right there to get the strike. Now let's see if he pitches away.
Hut shot towards the hole. And he gets in there easily.
Well, as a pitcher, there's absolutely nothing you can do about this. You hate these type of hits, but he makes a great pitch. The ball just hit in an absolute perfect spot where no one can get to it in time to beat him on the throw to first.
Runner on first base, nobody out. Now the first pitch. Ball. Catcher can't control it. Oh my, is he wild right now? That could be trouble. So they can't make the play.
But Gary, to make the error right there, you just don't want to do that. It's just not good baseball.
Pauses, and now the 1-0. He lets the 1-0 pitch go by. 1-1. Fastball gets away from him there. 2-1. One pitch. Swing liner back up the middle. Makes its way through for a single. He's around third, heading for the plate. And the run is in.
Well, he saw a pitch that he really liked, and he did not miss it. A really nice job with nobody out, keeping this inning going and picking up that RBI. Great, great piece of hitting.
Gehrig in the box. Steve, great determination by this offense. It looks like they may take charge of this ball game late.
I'll tell you what, Gary, we're seeing a solid, consistent, professional approach from these hitters, and it's paying off because they now have the lead.
A runner on first, no outs. Here's the first pitch. And he squares around, gets down the bunt. Killebrew. And he'll take it himself, puts the tag on for the out.
Outstanding job of deadening the ball right there. He catches the ball on the bat, making it come off very softly and in exactly the spot where he wanted to. Good sac bunt.
One out with a runner at second. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to left center. And there's another one. Couple of quick hits. Terrific opportunity right now for the Yankees.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent. Let's see if they can get him around to score a run.
Two men on, one out. And the first pitch? First pitch is a curveball outside, 1-0. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. And they'll just have to set on this one, so everybody's safe. Well, you see something new in this game every day, Steve. They're going to intentionally put him on to face one of the best hitters in the game.
You've got to really question this strategy, Gary. I mean, I don't know why you do this unless perhaps maybe you saw something in the scouting report. They better hope it doesn't backfire. The manager's watching his pitcher closely in this critical situation.
This is a really tight spot to find yourself in. Just one man down, three on board.
A base hit in this situation, Gary, could blow this game wide open. The batter needs to be patient at the plate, get a good pitch, and put a good swing on it.
Yogi Berra in the box. This is a really tight spot to find yourself in. Just one man down, three on board.
A base hit in this situation, Gary, could blow this game wide open. The batter needs to be patient at the plate, get a good pitch, and put a good swing on it.
1-0 count. He took that last one, and it was out of the zone. On the outside corner, 1-1.
Well, got to try to make some contact in this ball game today because he swung and missed a little bit too much, striking out twice in his last game.
On the way. Then misses down in the zone, 2-1.
Well, it's not going to surprise you at all if they put the runner in motion. Good speed on the bases, ahead in the count. Great time to make something happen.
Here's the 2-1. And he misses down and away, 3-1 now.
Well, you've got to be careful right here. Look, you're down in the count 3-1. You just can't throw something in there and hope he gets himself out. This guy's too dangerous for that.
That misses. Ball 4, and here comes a run.
Well, when you nibble like this, you get yourself in trouble. A 3-ball count. He goes back to the fastball, which is what he should do, but he misses and now forces in a run. Well, you can feel the anticipation in the stands and the fans, and certainly all eyes on the mound right now.
And he's getting his thoughts together out there, and he needs to. Already down by 2, and maybe more to come.
Gary, the best pitchers are the guys who can flush out the bad thoughts and focus on the task at hand. He can't worry about what got him in this situation.
First pitch on the way to Gordon. Fastball just misses, 1-0.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
The 1-0 now. And he looks at a fastball in there, 1-1.
Better to go after the fastball when the guy has quality secondary pitches. Even though it's down to the zone, you've got to swing at that.
That's hit foul by Gordon. The 1-2 on its way. And he fouls another one off.
Well, a 1-2 count, that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Borderline pitch. You still don't know if it's going to be a ball or strike. The last thing you want to do is take that pitch for a called strike 3.
The second, there's one. And there's the second out of double play. They pick up 2-3 hits, strand a man. Yankees leading now. They've got the momentum. Number 3 slot up again here. He had a single in his last time up. Guidry will be coming in to pitch in this game. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. And he holds off on the pitch low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Fastball swung on, couldn't connect, 1-1.
The best pitch in baseball is the fastball down and away, and if you can execute it, you can be very effective. That's why he got the swing and the miss.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the slider, 1-2.
Well, this is just one of those pitches right there that he had a chance to put in play, but his indecisiveness caused him to hesitate. And when you hesitate, you are lost, especially in the batter's box.
1-2 pitch coming. There's a ground ball, and it gets through. Now the tying run at the plate.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it, get a good part of the bat on the ball, and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit when you're behind in the count. You just want contact, and he got it. Runner on first. The first pitch, and he starts him off with a strike on the inside part of the plate.
The key for any pitcher is establishing the four-seam fastball. Once you get that working, it gives you so many different options.
That one is going to miss. Low for a ball, 1-1.
But if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Watches that fastball go by, and now he's at 1-2.
Some guys really like the low fastball. In this situation, though, he ends up taking the pitch.
Ground ball towards the second baseman. And there's one. Now over to first and safe at first. Close play, not quite enough time to get him. One away, Joe Mauer's up.
You know, think about this for a second, guys. Here's a guy who signs the big contract. He's the face of the organization, a Minnesota native, and now he's one of the best players in baseball for his hometown team. Unbelievable trek to the big leagues for Joe Mauer.
And Mauer ready for the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And John, tell you about Mauer's leadership. He wants a championship ring as much as anybody in baseball, and he's going to get one way or another and be the leader in doing it in Minnesota.
And he wants it in Minnesota, re-upping for that 8-year contract last season, the face and voice of the franchise, and now going to have to be the leader and captain of this team as well to try to get them back to the playoffs and to a World Series.
Here's the pitch. That's taken low for a ball. 2-1. He had good numbers last year. 7 for 23 off the Yankees. Lays off that fastball. It's a called strike. 2-2.
I don't think he likes that call, but when you're diving out over the plate, sometimes that fastball up and in doesn't look like a strike even when it is.
Now Berra spots the pitch. Slider just about had him. 3-2 count.
But if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Mauer, bat ready. Here it comes. And he scoops it up. 1. And they get 2. Great double play. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Yankees holding on to the lead. And we're going to see Boggs here. He'll lead it off. Home half. We're in the 6th. First pitch to him. Comes out swinging for the fences, but ends up with a strike 1.
Well, that's some kind of pitching. You set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
Gets the fastball by him that time, and he's in control now. 0-2.
This pitcher being very aggressive throwing strikes. I think he's going to try to get him to chase.
Here's the pitch. That misses at the shins. 1-2.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
The 1-2 pitch. Can't catch that low outside corner. We're even at 2. Change-up in there, punches him out. Number 1.
Gary, he delivers a change-up on this one.
Boy, it looks like he froze him on the outside corner.
Sure did. As a hitter, you've got to recognize a pitcher's tendencies up there. I think the pitcher had him guessing up there the whole at bat.
Derek Jeter will stand in with 1 away.
You know, guys, when players get old, a lot of times they lose their ability to compete. Derek Jeter, though, has become a smarter player than he ever was, and that's how he can still compete at such an advanced age.
First pitch to Jeter. Called strike, outer half of the plate. 0-1. Derek Jeter, kind of surprising, has never played a full 162, but he's also never missed very much time since he started in this game since 1996.
Well, you know, I think it's important to give veteran players a day off here and there, and so I think it's good that he hasn't played every single day, but he is the captain of the team, and when he's not on the field, he's still leading.
Ball. And Jeter watches that one go by. The count is even. Now the 1-1 pitch. Just off the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Now, if you saw his last game, you got a chance to see that he swung the bat well in that one, picking up a couple of knocks.
The 2-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a line drive. And in there for a base hit. He's 3 for 4 today.
Let's peek back to last season and how Derek Jeter performed and where he ranked. 6th in stolen bases, 8th in hitting with runners in scoring position. And of course, he got his base hits. He was ranked in the top 10 in hits in the league, getting the job done, finding a way to get on base.
One out, runner on at first. Here's the first pitch. Fastball in there, 0-1.
That fastball just froze him on the inside corner. Now we're going to see where he goes. Look for something soft, possibly away.
Here's the pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing though. Comes set, now the 1-1. Line towards first. And it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. This a great situation for some offense.
A perfect situational hitting. This is exactly the time you want to go the other way.
And what we're talking about is taking the ball where it's pitched. It's outside, go the other way. Runners at first and third, one away. First pitch. That's swung on and a liner here. That'll be a base hit and an RBI.
You want your hitters to go with the pitch. Don't try to force things. The ball's away. He drives it away.
Use the whole part of that plate and the whole part of that bat. He did.
Kids, you want to learn how to hit? That's how you do it.
Gehrig batting now. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it.
You know, after giving up runs like that, this is where the pitcher has to bow his neck and shut down the opponent. Damage control.
This is where you begin to wonder whether this game is going to start slipping away or not. Here's the delivery. Slider just misses, 1-0.
Well, Gary, to pick up what you were saying, you know, this game's not slipping away. They're still in it. But the pitcher has to make a pitch right now and get this guy out right now.
See if he can get it done. Here's the 1-0. That's off the plate and low, 2-0. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. Over to second for 1. And that's 2. A double play. They pick up 1 on 3 hits, strand a man. Yankees working with a 3-run lead. And the first baseman in. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And the first pitch. Fastball misses away, 1-0.
Well, with 9 outs to go right now and leading by 3, I mean, I think you have to start throwing strikes. Just go at the hitters, force them to put in play. Do not give them free passes.
The 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch is a slider. Swung on and missed, 1-1. One on the way. 1-1, a fastball inside. 2-1 now.
Well, that pitch just took off right there and exploded out of the pitcher's hand. Kept it just a little bit inside, though. Tough pitch to hit. Good job by the hitter to lay off.
Swings on that fastball, misses it, 2-2.
Well, climbing the ladder on him right there. He just throws that fastball right by him up in the zone.
2-2 pitch. And that misses the outside corner. It'll run it full, 3-2.
Well, this broke a little bit too much out of the zone right here for a ball, but he's got to bring it back in, rein that thing in a little bit.
Payoff pitch. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out, one away.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
Here's a look at the teams that drummed up the extra base hits last year. Our State Farm leaderboard. Number 1, the Blue Jays. The Red Sox 2nd. 3rd, the Yankees. The Twins 4th. And at number 5 on the list, the Rays.
Well, look for the ball to be rattled around in the gaps in this game. The balls are going to be hitting the wall. Extra base hits galore with these 2 teams. 2 of the best at it last year in the league.
Lined up the middle. And it's through. That's a base hit.
Now showing aggressiveness early in the count all over that 0-0 pitch. Ripping the fastball to center.
Carew is up now. 2 for 3 thus far.
Well, Gary, when you're trailing, you don't want to run into outs, but they have good speed now at first base. May not be a bad idea to try to steal and get a runner in scoring position.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1.
He has great bite on this slider, throwing it down and into the hitter. Gets away with one, and he gets in for the strike.
He deals. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
The 1-1 now. Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. That's the second out. It's going to be Rice now. Flew out last time. Two outs and a man on first. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball misses badly that time. 1-0. At the belt, the 1-0. He swings, hits a ball to right field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand it. Yankees holding on to the lead. Middle of the lineup coming along. Mantle at the plate. He's going to get things going here. Home half, 7th inning. The pitch. Swing sends this one on the line to right center. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game in his 4th plate appearance.
A nice piece of hitting right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
You've got to keep the opponent close when you're behind. You've got speed on first base. They better keep him close, because if he gets in scoring position, it may just add on to this lead.
Ball 1 started off the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ready with a 1-0. There's a swing and a smash. 1 away. And he'll go back to first. Berra at the plate. One down, runner at first. Here it comes. This is a low and away pitch for ball 1.
Well, you got to like the way he's changing speed and mixing up his pitches. He just missed, though, with that changeup down and away.
Pitch out. Nothing was on, though. He sends this one in the air towards center. That's the second out of the inning.
Oh, he got a pitch to hit right there, but just a little bit out in front. Sends an easy fly ball to center field for the out.
And in the batter's box, it's Gordon. We'll get another shot after hitting into that double play last time up. Two outs and a man on first. And here's the first one. That catches the outer part of the plate for a strike. He deals. Lays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1. Mauer setting up. Strike two. Here's the pitch. And the pitch out. Nothing doing that time. Check swing, strike three called. Side retired. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Up next, it'll be the Twins. Killebrew at the plate. Homered back in the first inning. First pitch on the way. Swings on that first pitch. Misses the fastball. 0-1.
Obviously getting late right now, Gary, and I think that from the pitching perspective, you'll trade an out for a run at this stage of the game, understanding that for every out you get, you're closer to winning.
Here's the pitch. Strike two at the knees. 0-2.
Now that he's established the strike zone down and in, he can elevate a pitch or go with something soft away from the hitter.
On the way. Fastball is a waste pitch that time. 1-2. Strike three called on the fastball. 1 away.
Well, this punch out right here will keep this game close as it gets later and later.
Took only 4 pitches on that at bat to get him out of there.
Man, not a quality at bat right there. He didn't make the pitcher work. He got out of there quickly.
It's going to be Oliva now. He's hitless thus far. Base is empty with 1 away. And here's the first one. This one's grounded near third. Foul. He delivers. Hit up the middle. And it gets through for him. His first hit. You wouldn't have expected to wait this long. A bit of relief for him.
Well, you would have to think with the speed that's on first base right now that they'll put him in motion to try to make things happen here in this game.
One out, man on first. Now the first pitch. Oh, and he swings on a dirt pitch. Guess he couldn't see that one. The pitch hit on the ground over to shortstop and makes its way through. The tying run will come to bat.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far, and it comes with 1 out in the inning. Can it start a rally?
Well, with the outstanding speed at second base right now, Gary, don't be surprised if they at least consider stealing third base.
This at bat underway, 1-0 after that first pitch missed.
Boy, he's got such great rotation on that slider. It's just unbelievable depth to that pitch.
Pauses, and now the 1-0. 1-0 pitch, slider, runs outside, 2-0. When you got a slider pitcher, his greatest fear is that that thing just sits there. This one doesn't.
Well, you got to stay on top of the ball and really pull it through, but he does it so very well.
Short foul ball over to the right side. And he fouls off another one. Slider swung on and missed. 2 down.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
Well, this one was running down and away, but even if he didn't swing it, it might have still caught the corner.
Yeah, John, that pitch was pretty perfectly placed.
Nothing you can do about it.
Well, you feel the pressure mounting in the stadium right now, Gary. Young Joe Mauer at the plate. Outstanding hitter.
He picked up 4 hits in 11 at-bats last season off the Yankees on the road. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. The fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
Well, they set up down and away. They throw it down and away. That's how you can be effective as a major league pitcher.
And he leaves that one alone. Joe Mauer, patience. That'll even the count.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Mauer grounds it. Picked by Gordon. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. Yankees holding on to a lead. End of the order, ready to do some work at the plate. And we're going to see Boggs here. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th. First pitch, here it comes. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
He's just popping that glove with that 4-seam fastball, pounding the strike zone.
Here's the pitch. Missed badly with the fastball there. 1-1. Good time to call for that changeup. 1-2. Fastball in there, called third strike. 1 out.
Well, 92 miles per hour, you can get away with some mistakes, but it would be nice to have some movement.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking at a fastball like that.
They set him up beautifully with the change of speed, but you still think he'd be able to at least try and take a hack.
One out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Fastball too low. 1-0. And that's off the plate, away, ball 2. 2-0 on the way. And that's a ball. Now 3-0 for Derek Jeter. I think a green light here. It's now 3-1. Derek Jeter's got the count he wanted.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away so that I can't get hurt. He just runs that fastball by him.
That misses ball 4. Now you got to be watching for that steal down there.
Well, pitcher nibbling a little bit right here. Hitter not being overly aggressive, laying off those borderline pitches. Let's peek back to last season and how Derek Jeter performed and where he ranked. 6th in stolen bases, 8th in hitting with runners in scoring position, and of course, he got his base hits. He was ranked in the top 10 in hits in the league, getting the job done, finding a way to get on base.
Jeter's on at first. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1.
Well, you have to remember these middle relievers, they're not used to coming in and throwing over 45 pitches, but that's where he's at right now. You might see his control run away from him a little bit right here.
1-0 is a fastball that runs away. 2-0.
Well, that right there is a really good pitch, just missing the outside corner. Give the batter a lot of credit, though. That is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of, that hard fastball away.
And he takes a fastball for a strike. 2-1. Comes set. Fastball on the block. He doesn't get the call, though, and it's 3-1.
Well, even though you're 3-1 in the count, you still have to be patient at the plate. Make him throw a quality pitch. If he does, be ready for it. And if you're the pitcher, you better not throw anything down the middle and hope he's taking it, because he can take you out of the yard.
The 3-2 pitch. And that one gets popped way up behind the plate. Had a look at that one, but can't come up with it. There's a smash towards the hole.
Well, you wonder he had the energy to run to first base after seeing that many pitches, fouling off pitches, taking tough pitches, but he did. Well, thank goodness he only had to run 90 feet, because I'd imagine he was pretty tired.
Ruth up now. Got a couple of RBIs thus far.
You have to keep track of Jeter on the bases. He could be going.
The first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Sometimes when the pitch comes out of the pitcher's hand, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to lay off and wait for the next one. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Good decision.
Here's the delivery. Takes one off the plate to even the count at 1.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
One is a changeup that misses. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Changeup misses, and it's 3-1.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. If they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
And that misses. Ball 4. He has loaded them up.
He goes with the fastball on the 3-ball count, which is what he should do here. Be aggressive, but he throws it out of the zone, and now bases loaded. Now, on a jam like this, one bad pitch is all it takes. Definitely a pressure situation.
Quite a late inning jam now. They're already down by 3 and the sacks are full.
Well, he's got determination on his face, Gary. He knows he can't afford to give up another run. He's going to try to get the double play.
Gehrig is the batter now. Quite a late inning jam now. They are already down by 3 and the sacks are full.
Well, he's got determination on his face, Gary. He knows he can't afford to give up another run. He's going to try to get the double play.
At the belt, the 1-0. Swings and misses at the fastball. That'll even the count at 1.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target, setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.
Outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Pitch on the way. And a beauty on the outside corner. Evens things at 2.
How good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
That one goes foul. Now the 2-2. And that's another foul ball.
Well, once you get this long in the at-bat and that pitcher throws you his best fastball and you foul it off, you'd have to think that you have the advantage as a hitter.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
It keeps the runners right where they are. Now 2 out. Not a lot of time left in this ball game. You cannot give them more runs.
Mantle up at the plate. And he'll be hacking right here, Steve, with the sacks full.
And he can pretty much put this game out of reach with a big hit.
Bases are loaded with 2 down. First pitch on the way. And that's too low, 1-0.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location and, believe me, very difficult to hit.
Here's the 1-0. 1-0 delivery is a fastball in there, 1-1.
This is the go-to pitch for many pitchers in the major league. The fastball down and away. When in doubt, that's where you go.
The 1-1. Here's one high and away, 2-1 now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fastball called strike 2.
He must have been looking for an off-speed pitch in that situation because the fastball looked like it surprised him.
Two pitch. And he swings and hits this one foul.
Foul!
The pitch. And that's inside, and he's worked it to a full count.
Well, a good pitch right there. He tried to get one in on his hands, but he just missed, though, in off the plate. Great pitch.
The 3-2 pitch. Back up the middle. And he's got it. And he's in there. What a daring steal of home plate. You will not see that very often. So they pick up no runs, 1 hit, and strand a couple. The Yankees 6, Minnesota 3. Leadoff batter will get a shot at it later on in this inning. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And doing the pitching, it'll be Mariano Rivera as they make the pitching swap.
No pitcher in Major League Baseball has the guts to go out there and face Major League hitters with only one pitch. But that's what Mariano Rivera can do. Ever since he started closing, he has finished games for the Yankees, and he will continue to do that with that cutter. Let's see how these hitters try to combat that cutter today.
Good cut fastball in there, 1-1.
Well, I think right now they're looking to get a couple guys on and see if they can't get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark right here. So base runner's the key. Do not run into outs. Be conservative on the bases. You're down 3.
Here's the 1-1. Good spot for the cutter that time. 1-2.
Well, he throws his cut fastball hard, and it has that good movement. He still gets that up in the zone. Was able to blow it by him at the letters.
Strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 away.
You talk about a guy who had full command of his pitches. Only 4 of them, but he located and executed them perfectly.
And as a result, this game stays close late.
Yeah, and you got to battle a little better than that. You just can't let a pitcher go in there and get 4 quick pitches and get a big strikeout. You got to battle better than that.
One out, nobody on. And the first pitch. Ball.
Strike
1-0 pitch. That's a cutter in there. 1-1.
When you can hit your spot with that kind of movement down and into the hitter, you're way ahead of the game.
One on the way. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. That looks like a single.
Well, anytime you're a hitter and you can get 3 hits in a game, you're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
Carew is batting. He flew out his last time up. One down, runner at first. And the first pitch. Too low on that one for a ball. 1-0.
Boy, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
A 1-0 now. That one swung on its line. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far, and it comes with 1 out in the inning. Can it start a rally?
Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's the first pitch. He swings and nails a liner. Jeter gets 1, but he'll hang on to that, so they will get 1.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
A look at the teams from last year who stepped up big with runners in scoring position, courtesy of State Farm. The Twins, number 1. The White Sox, second. Third spot, the Rangers. Red Sox, fourth. Number 5, the Royals rounded out.
Well, one of the most clutch teams in all of baseball last year, hitting with runners in scoring position. They were the best at it. They love those clutch situations. Seems like every guy in the lineup seems to bear down when they have guys in scoring position, and they deliver runs.
Swung on, hit on the ground.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it. As an athlete, you live for moments like this, Gary.
And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest base.
Two outs, bases loaded. First pitch to him. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
The 1-0 pitch. It's fouled away. One pitch is a cut fastball taken for a strike, 1-2.
He throws that cut fastball up and into the hitter. Kind of surprised him. He couldn't offer at it.
The 1-2 on its way. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over. Well, they got that tying run on base, stranded over at first.
Well, things came together for New York today. A lot of contributions from different players, and leads them on to victory.
We'd like now to take a look at our player of the game. Let's make a pick.
And a lot of these times you get multi-hit games, but they really don't mean anything. This one, though, was very important because everything he did constituted them scoring runs. He set the table, he scored runs, and that's why he's our player of the game.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game. A lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
So glad you could join us. For Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. We'll see you real soon.